Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy. I don't even know, but you already know today we'll be reacting to the GOAT, the greatest player of all time. I don't even gotta say it because you know what it is. But for some reason, motherfuckers think he's trash. So like, I ain't gonna say too much. Let's just get right into it. First reaction. Let's see how we like this.
Anthony Bennet is best known for being the first overall pick in the 2013 NBA draft. And
Okay,
he mentions
GOAT.
the term bust in the same sentence. But how
Bro, why do niggas call Anthony Bennet the GOAT? Like, why don't y'all call him, like, literally, we can really sit here. Anthony Bennet is literally, like, top 10 all time. But no one wants to talk about that.
bad was Anthony Bennet actually? And is he really the worst #1 overall pick ever?
He's easily
Youth
the
career
best.
in college. Anthony Bennet was born and raised in Toronto, Canada, but he moved to the USA at the age of 16 to advance his basketball career against tougher competition. In 2010, Draft Express described him as an athletic and
I just look how fucking shiny his forehead, bro. Shiny his forehead is, bro. Like, who really got a shiny forehead? Not any #1 pick that you know. Like, shit, look at how crispy that hairline was in 2013.
strong big man with both physical and basketball upside. Most of his points in high school came via dunks, but he also had solid shooting mechanics and could score from mid-range and hit an occasional three, which stuck with most NBA scouts. He was far from a finished product, but the potential was there, and Bennet was listed by all major publications.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. These diamond, not even diamond, these like squared earrings had niggas in a chokehold. I swear to God. Hey, if I'm lying, may God murder my children right now, today. May God strike my children right now and murder them. These earrings had niggas in a chokehold at one point in time. My father think they was the sexiest nigga alive. Like, nigga, you is not Michael B. Jordan, bro.
As the #1 forward and the top 10 high school player in the country. Bennet had offers from many major NCAA universities, and he ultimately opted for UNLV. He averaged 16.1 points and 8.1 rebounds a game in only 27 minutes per game at UNLV, which isn't remarkable, but the scouts were intrigued by his efficiency. Anthony shot 53% from the field and 37.5% from three-point range, and his average player efficiency rating was 28.3, one of the best ratings in the country. Bennet then took the well-known one
And he's not the GOAT,
after
like,
just 1 year,
fuck.
he signed up for the 2013 NBA draft. Well-known one and done route, and after just
Hold
one
on.
year, he signed up for the
Let me get my Berleezy exposed bag.
2013.
Is this Rico from Hannah Montana? Hey, don't let me get in my exposed bag. Hold on. Chill, bro. Let me chill.
NBA draft. Pre-draft. Before the draft, NBA scouts had quite divided opinions about the young Mr. Bennet. Some believed he could become a player of similar ilk as Larry Johnson, another UNLV standout, NBA All-Star, and the #1 overall pick in 1991.
This is so nasty though. Why brothers got I can't take old heads serious because they used to do shit like this. Like old heads will really like do shit like this, but then they'll get on me if I had like my nails painted or something. Like, bro, what?
Johnson, another UNLV standout.
Or like they'll do shit like this, but they'll look at me crazy when I get down and start twerking. Like, bro.
Out NBA All-Star and the #1 overall pick in 1991. Paul Millsap's name was also thrown around, mostly because Bennet resembled both of those players physically as a strong, undersized forward. Some scouts weren't convinced that he'll ever become an All-Star like Johnson or Millsap, but they all agreed on one thing: the kid had potential, and he should be picked in the lottery. Even though many believed Bennet could eventually become a good player, almost nobody thought that he had superstar potential. In fact, none of the mock draft sites predicted his name would be called before the 4th pick, and most projected that he would be drafted 10th overall. Why drafting first matters. In May of 2013, the lottery god smiled in the direction of the Cleveland Cavaliers, who won the #1 overall pick in the draft for the second time in 3 years. 6 NBA franchises never had a first overall pick in the draft, and with the new lottery system, having a top pick is not guaranteed, even if you had the worst record. That being said, a wasted first pick has its penalties. It means that the franchise has missed the opportunity to start forming a winning team, which usually
Look how happy these niggas was.
has its penalties. It means that
They know good and damn well if fucking Jason Kidd wasn't on that coaching staff, they would not win the championship that year. If Jason Kidd was not a part of this coaching staff, they would not win the championship this year. Jason Kidd and Jared Dudley, bro. Who's really doing it like them?
Franchise has missed the opportunity to start forming a winning team, which usually means another year without the playoffs, fewer games on TV, less fans in the arena, and all of those things mean less money. In the NBA world, where superstars are hard to come by and where 30 teams fight for a championship under the strict rules of the salary cap, drafting well is the key to success, especially
I don't know why.
Fight for a championship under the strict rules of the salary cap. Drafting.
Something about this picture is just funny. It might be Zion's neck for real. That shit look thick as hell. But hey, what did J. Cole say?
If you broke and clown and a millionaire, the joke is on you.
I can't talk.
Well is the key to success, especially for small market teams that don't attract free agents. 25% of all players drafted first overall made at least one All-NBA team, and 55% of them played in at least one All-Star game. As the picks go down, the talent crop gets thinner, and the chances for drafting a future All-Star get slimmer. For example, only 30% of players chosen 5th overall will become an All-Star, and 7% of them will make an All-NBA team. From mid to late lottery,
was that
chances
Chris
to draft
Dunn,
an
bro?
All-Star
I remember when I
drop
thought he
below
was gonna be
1%.
so
We're not
nice.
trying to bore you with statistics, but these numbers paint a nice picture of how crucial it is to score the first overall pick and how important it is not to screw it up. The 2013 draft. When David Stern came to the podium and said that with the first pick in the 2013 draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers selected Anthony Bennet, the reaction was an unusual one. You could hear a loud murmur of many OMGs and WTFs in the draft room and see plenty
greatest
of
of
faces
all
frowning with
time.
disbelief, including the face of Anthony Bennet himself. Bennet became the first Canadian chosen as the first overall pick after a solid but unspectacular year at UNLV. Despite having no expectations to be drafted first, he suddenly projected to be the cornerstone of a franchise that was still recovering from LeBron's decision. Contrary to all the predictions and analysis, this draft had the most quality players drop to the middle and end of the first round, making it one of the deepest drafts in recent NBA history. By choosing Anthony Bennet, the Cavs missed out on Giannis, Victor Oladipo, Steven Adams, CJ McCollum, and Rudy Gobert.
That's a win in my opinion. Like, you got Anthony Bennett. Like, what else do you need in a player?
Among other quality starters and rotation players, conditioning and work ethic issues. After a surprisingly solid summer league performance, Bennet showed up to his first training camp overweight and out of shape. Then the regular season started. League performance, Bennet showed up to
Do I even gotta say it?
his first training camp overweight and out of shape. Then the regular season started, and Bennet missed the first 16 shots of his career and didn't.
Who the fuck is you looking at, my nigga? Damn, I ain't even say it for real. Why you staring? Just cause you staring, I'm just gonna cut that part out, bro.
Score his first field goal until the 5th game of the season.
And you still looking. And you still looking, bro. What the fuck?
Bennet scored in double digits for the first time in his 33rd game, while more than 70% of first picks scored over 10 points in their first NBA game. Coaches tried everything to get him up to speed and acclimated to the NBA. He played both forward positions, they pushed him at times and gave him space at others. Nothing helped, and it was starting to get glaringly obvious that they drafted a cat in the sack, even though he desperately needed more playing time. The Cavs refused to send him to the development league, fearing that it would crush his already fragile psyche and public image. He played 52 games with the Cavs in his rookie year, averaging 4.2 points on horrendous 35% shooting and 24% from three. All that efficiency he had in college.
Hey, if he's still not the GOAT, I'll cheat on my girl today, right now. Nah, chill. It's just for a video. Bro, chill. Why you always doing shit for real? Like, bro. Oh my God, bro. Get your hands off my stuff. Bro, what are you doing? Why are you touching my stuff for? Like, what possessed you to put your hand? Shut up. Let me go see what your YouTube video talking about. Damn. That's what I'm saying, chat. Niggas really ain't shit. Want to be texting all the other hoes talking about you gonna cheat on me and Anthony Bennett ain't the GOAT. What if he's not the GOAT? You gonna cheat on me, nigga?
Disappeared, and it was clear that there was little to no chance that something was going to improve. The issue with Anthony was, and he had no way of knowing this at the time, the kid had no desire to overcome adversity whatsoever. As soon as it was hard, he was out. His whole life, he rolled out of bed bigger, better, and more talented than everybody else. As soon as it was hard, it was over, said the Cavs GM David Griffin. From first overall pick to G League in 4 years. Before his second season, the Cavs had no interest to make Bennet a part of the rotation, so he was eventually involved in a trade with the Timberwolves for Kevin Love. And the Timberwolves accepted to trade for him just because he was a package deal with
Bro, why are you on my phone for? Like, I'm not even cheating for real. Like, I only sucked his dick, bro. My fault, y'all. My fault. She really just be doing shit for real. Let's get back to the video, though.
Another first overall pick. Anthony played better in his second year, which wasn't that hard considering how low the bar was set. In 57 games for the Timberwolves, Bennet shot 42% from the field and 30% from three for a measly 5.2 points per game. Minnesota waived Bennet before the next season and bought out his contract just to get him off the team. And when it seemed that the first pick would be out of the league in 2 years, the Raptors gave him a chance, partly because he was Canadian and partly because he was the first pick 2 summers ago. But after 19 games and a total of 28 points from Bennet, he was cut once again, proving that patriotism will only go so far. Next year, he got another chance with the Brooklyn Nets, who were the worst team in the league at the time and had nothing to lose. Bennet added another $1 million on his bank account, but he didn't add much to the Nets, averaging his standard 5 points and 3 rebounds. After which, his NBA
get me on the Nets, I'll do the same thing.
After only his 4th year in the league, Anthony Bennet had lost his job. This happens all the time, and about 50 basketball players get cut from the NBA roster every season. Those players are usually second-round draft picks or undrafted players who unsuccessfully try to show that they belong and deserve to play with the best players in the world. It was unprecedented that it happened to a guy who had been the first overall pick just 4 years ago. After the NBA,
he didn't get a real chance for real. I'm not even gonna lie. Anthony Bennett's so goated in my eyes.
Bennet went overseas and signed with Fenerbahce, and he actually won the EuroLeague with the team in 2017. It's the only trophy in his short career where he contributed with exactly 12 points in 10 games he played in the EuroLeague. Bennet tried to revive his career in the G League and thus became the first #1 pick to ever play in a game in the G League. It seemed to work because in July of 2019, Bennet managed to sign a 1-year deal with the Houston Rockets.
Why did we do this? I'm a Rockets fan. I don't know why we did this. Well, what are we doing in Houston, bro? We're just trying shit out. We're just experimenting on shit that we know will not work. Hey, as I'm recording this, the Creed 3 soundtrack just released. I'm about to see that movie this weekend. That shit about to be live.
But he was waived during training camp. Is he the worst #1 pick ever? Many of the famous draft were actually solid NBA players.
He's one of the.
They were not
I can't even keep that up for so long.
But they were good players who had the gift and the curse of being drafted first.
Dirt.
Andrea Bargnani was a black hole on defense, and by no means was the next Dirk as he was advertised. He will always be considered a bust, but he still had one season where he averaged over 20 points per game and 14 points per his career. Kwame Brown.
That's so fucking random, bro.
Was tormented by Michael Jordan with the Wizards, who shattered his confidence with trash talk, from which Kwame never recovered. But Brown still carved himself a fine 12-year NBA career and was one of the better defenders in the league when his number was called. The same is true for Candyman, Michael Oluwakandi, who couldn't score a basket unless he was alone underneath it, but he still played solid defense, which secured him a 9-year worth of NBA contracts. Purvis Ellison, Sam Bowie, and Greg Oden were all quote-unquote busts, but that was due to injuries more than anything, and all of them showed that they were otherwise talented to be, if not all-stars, then at least solid contributors. The only first draft pick comparable to Bennet was LaRue Martin, the first overall pick in 1972. Martin spent 4 years in the league, just like Bennet, and averaged 5.3 points and 4.6 rebounds, and was long considered the worst.
Old head's still gonna say he's better than Michael Jordan, or not better than Michael Jordan. Old heads are still gonna say he's better than LeBron. Weird enough. They still gonna say he better than LeBron.
First #1 pick ever, but he still had better numbers.
If he has one ring, they gonna say he's better than LeBron. Barbershop talk.
than Bennet. Some people will say that the burden of being the first pick and getting traded every year had a negative impact on Anthony Bennet and his career. But the truth is hard, and it is cold. Anthony Bennet didn't deserve to be the first pick, and frankly, it's questionable should have been drafted at all. To answer the question from the intro, yes, Anthony Bennet is the worst player in NBA history drafted first overall. The fact that he was picked first was actually beneficial to his career because if he weren't picked so high, he'd get fewer opportunities and be out of the league much sooner. But to be fair, you can't blame the mild-mannered Canadian for any of this and mock him for the lack of production. He didn't pick himself first overall, and if he was drafted in mid to late lottery, he would be.
Well, Mitchell Musso is back. Hey, Berlizzi exposed. Nah, Sim Shifty exposed. Rico from Hannah. Bro, it's not just me. I know I'm not the only one that's seeing this. It can't just be me, bro.
He will be out of the league maybe even sooner, but he wouldn't be called a bust. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, what's up, y'all? Sim Shifty here. I just want to say I really appreciate you if you made it to the end of this video. You know, we just found out we really knew Anthony Bennet is the GOAT. Like, who's really disputing that? Not a soul. I'm just messing with my hair too much. I really don't be saying that. I just be rambling when I'm doing these outros. I might need to start writing shit. But anyways, like I was saying, another reaction video. I just want to like test shit out right now at where I'm at. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing more reaction videos. I probably will be if I can't think of anything else to do. I really want to start doing some skits for real, like on some RDC Caleb City timing. You know what I'm saying? Nike sponsor me, but you know what I'm saying? I really want to get on that type of timing though. God, I feel like that would just be like I would just have so much fun with it. But I gotta put a group together. Maybe that'll be in the future. I don't know, but like there's just I feel like there's something more I could be doing. But regardless of all that, I try to make this as entertaining as possible. Hopefully this video was a little more different than the other reaction videos that you see, because that's all I want to do is be different. Not in like a just be different, but like be me. You know what I'm saying? And hoping that's a little different from everyone else. But I really just be rambling. If you made it this far, I really fucking love you. I really don't got much to say, but I love and appreciate you. What else can I really say? Hey, real dreams change the world. Don't you guys ever forget that. Word of the day. But I want to see you on the next one. Shouts out to Zendaya, just cause it's Zendaya. I'ma holla at y'all. Peace.